Testing 1, 2. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Speedrunners Arena, your host for the Super Metroid Randomizer Accessible Tournament. We are back with the match 2 of Ponk and Phoenix. Ponk taking that first match, and then the third match with an asterisk fourth match because of a double forfeit the other day. But the third and final match between, well, if it doesn't end in another double forfeit, we have the third match between Ddraig and Mumu Didi. The winner of this match will go on to face Zeb in round 2. Looks like our runners are ready. And I'm going to drop the gate. The seed is looking like it's going to be a good one. Garuda, Zeely, Sizer, Avir. Very nice. Some big names there. Typically that does not bode well, but we'll kind of see where our first suit is. We've noticed a lot of early gravities, so we'll kind of see if we can get anything different. But my name is Jay Chalk. I will be your commentator for this second match here for you guys today. And Ghost Wizard 87 will be your tracker again. And I will also continue being the restreamer. So it looks like our race bot has dropped the gate. We should be seeing them. There we go. And we are off. Starting at the ship, gonna be heading down the climb into the parlor. Down the parlor into the climb, across Mother Brain's room, down the elevator to the morph ball location. So we might see Phoenix elect to do more, maybe even continue to doing the gambles, or might elect to go with more safer options. But it is potentially their final match against Ponk here, so we might see them continue on with their gambles. So I'm interested to see what happens. And we get a pitless, actually, from both runners, Mumu as well. Ddraig, unfortunately, 2 pits. Looks like, yeah, 2 pits there. Kind of push them behind us a little bit. Mumu, definitely the difference that was made in the last match between Mumu and Ddraig was 100% the mechanical movement. Mumu movement overall was much cleaner. Ddraig, meanwhile, had a lot of bonks and was just overall not as clean. It's still great movement, better than mine, but you could tell the difference was made just by the little bit of mechanical differences between Ddraig and Mumu. On the other hand, above us, Ponk and Phoenix. Phoenix made that huge play into Meridia, that full cleared Meridia before heading up to wreck ship, and unfortunately the Various suit was in left side super location in the wreck ship, which all 3 of our runners managed to get pretty early, so that put Phoenix significantly behind. Ponk gets the damage boost. Phoenix gonna go for it and misses it. Ooh, misses it again. Unfortunate. Thankfully, it's just a missile pack. It's just gonna keep Ponk and Phoenix tied at least. Ddraig getting as well. Phoenix also missed the damage boost in the last match as well, electing to just go ahead and skip this item. Mumu, Ddraig. Ddraig's not picking up. Powerbomb gonna be moving into this location here. It looks like Mumu is actually going to be the first. Oof. Ponk falls into the spikes. Gonna have to reset the room here and does not want to take a hit by really anything. Rocks do a significant amount of damage. I believe it's enough to kill them at this point. I want to say it does, like... Does anybody remember how much the rocks do? I know it's a lot. Ooh, a powerbomb. It's going to put them at 10. It's going to be perfect for Pink Brinstar. Mumu now taking the lead. Is going to head out and head back down. We'll probably elect to skip the construction zone. Actually, I take that back. With that acquisition of another power bomb, Mumu will probably check the construction zone this time. Last time they skipped it, they checked it on their way out of Pink Brinstar. But now all three of our runners here are heading down. This is pretty close. You can see Mumu definitely having the better movement overall from the beginning. Ponk, unfortunately, taking that dip into the water, into the spike. Had to reset the room here. This is going to be good for Phoenix here, as they were unfortunately forced to skip that first missile pack. Look at this sync we got going on Phoenix and Ponk. This is kind of cool. Meanwhile, here comes Ddraig, also going to be moving in to pick up that missile pack. Mumu, the first up the elevator. We're going to see our first look at the missile below Mother Brain. Oh, is Ddraig going to go meme route here? I think so, especially because they laid that power bomb. There they go. This is really monk. Oh god. Oh no, that's unfortunate. That is a full reset here for Ddraig. That's not what you want to have happen in a match 3. It's going to be quite the... Oh man, that's an oof. Okay, so meanwhile, Ponk picking up that power bomb there. It's going to put them at 15 power bombs from the beginning. Very nice. It's going to be going up the climb. Mumu's also going up the climb. Phoenix, meanwhile, is going up the climb. And Ddraig is going to go down the climb here, but that's going to be what's happening. And here we go. Gonna check the 230 missile location. It's screw attack. Very nice. So Ddraig gonna pick up the morph ball. I'm curious if he'll still elect. He might even double down on the meme route. He might even double down on that meme route. So we'll kind of see what he elects to do after that death. So Mumu going to be the first to see the bomb chorizo item here, and Ponk, you know, with that incredible movement that Ponk has, already catching up here to Mumu. Made up already about 15 or so seconds that they lost to falling into the water and the spikes. Charge beam at bomb chorizo. Wow. Okay, so screw attack and charge beam from the beginning here. All three of our runners here pretty close. Phoenix definitely keeping it close. So I'm really curious to see what directions our runners elect to take. With that screw attack, Gauntlet is now definitely completely free. So that's exactly what Ponk's going to do. In fact, Ponk's going to not even save. So Ponk is very confident they're going to be able to get through here. We'll see if Phoenix elects to also skip a save. No, Phoenix is going to save. That's to be expected. Ponk is just an absolute madman. So if he gets grabbed by a Yapping Maw and pulled down to the acid, this could be pretty serious. Very nice. Dodging everything. Mumu already through. Checking the back of Gauntlet. I didn't quite see what was there, though. Looks like Mumu actually elected to just skip out on checking Gauntlet from the front. So that's going to put... So already tons of PBs for our runners here. Phoenix electing to shoot the Yapping Maw there with a super. Doesn't want to risk getting pulled down into the acid. Okay, it was 3 PBs. Wow. So, I'm kind of interested. Ponk probably going to be picking up a lot of these because, like I mentioned before, Ponk last year in the SMRAT tournament did suitless lower Norfair multiple times. So, could be putting himself in a position to have the power bombs necessary for the crystal flashing down in lower Norfair. So Mumu, meanwhile, already in green Brinstar, just absolutely flying through this seed right now. This is an out of logic check here. These 4 items back here, 1 at reserve, 2 at the Rom Pompil. and also the one super location here that Moon was about ready to check. And it is another power bomb. That is pretty impressive, the amount of power bombs we've had so far. Ddraig, actually, all things considered, Ddraig is not that far behind. Was able to make up quite a bit of time, elected to not double down on the meme route, which is good. They're going to find their charge beam. Meanwhile, Ponk moving into the reserve location is going to see all of the ammo here. Of course, X-ray scope's nice. We have 2/3 of the microwave beam. We just need to locate that plasma beam, and we're going to be able to take out Botwoon, Phantoon, and Dragon pretty easily. And we're getting our first look at the basement items with the missile pack and the space jump. Wow, okay, so screw attack and space jump really is an excellent combo. I personally enjoy having those for sure for lower Norfair. But that puts Wreck Ship into logic. So we could see potentially all of our runners go up. I think that would be a pretty good decision. We might even see some runners elect to go down. Again, really any of those choices are good choices. We'll see what our runners elect to do. We're going to be coming up to be making that decision rather quickly once we finish with Pink Brinstar, as Mumu is going to be checking the Edakun's item. It is another power bomb. Oh my gosh. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like already 10 to 15 power bombs already, and we're not even in Pink Brinstar yet. A lot of power bombs. Lots and lots of power bombs. All right, so Ponk gonna be picking up their space jump. Ddraig, meanwhile, I mean, has already caught up to Phoenix, which is pretty incredible. I think Ddraig actually skipped checking Gauntlet, which actually is okay because there were 3 power bombs back there. So it actually worked out very much in Ddraig's favor. Put him right back in this race. Super pack there for Mumu. It's going to be number 15. Phoenix checking that item again. Wasn't quite sure what it was. Fell down on the blocks. Was able to get out. Going to be heading down into the basement. Looks like they're not going to skip it this time. Last time they skipped it, Plasma was down there, and this is a very good decision not to skip it this time because that space jump could be extremely significant moving forward. We could have a huge lack of oh my gosh, I thought they were going to fall there. A huge lack of movement items, and that space jump is just so useful, especially in Meridia, down in Lower Norfair. So good decision there not to skip it this time. First decision, the first time through was an okay decision. Unfortunately, missing out on Plasma, but that's basically what happened last time. All right, there's space jump for Ddraig. Mumu, meanwhile, going to be the first to check the Spore spawn supers. Just a missile pack. And Ponk's going to be moving into the Mission Impossible as Phoenix is checking that. Edakun's, which I believe was a power bomb, vanilla. Yes, sirree. That puts them at 35 power bombs. I think they have just a good amount of power bombs there. And Ponk's gonna be making that check. That's Spore Spawn. Phoenix, meanwhile, is going to be moving into Pink Brinstar. So again, this is pretty close, but I'm actually really impressed with the decision-making from Ddraig, because when they took that death and did a full reset, to already be back in this as close as they are right now is pretty impressive. You know, the skips that they decided to make, pretty impressive comeback here by Ddraig. Not utilizing that screw attack, though, coming through onto Pink Brinstar. Very nice setup. Unfortunately, not able to pull it off, but it looked really good. Only has 3 more shots at this. I didn't quite see what was back there. Looks like Ponk's going to be moving in there as well. There we go. And, oh, it was speed. Very nice. So now we're going to be able to check waterway. That's not in logic, but it's, of course, something you definitely want to do so you don't have to come back for it. I mean, a suit could be here, particularly Varia. So we're going to see most likely all 4 waterway checks, barring any failed attempts at the wave gate. Just a missile pack. So I'm actually kind of curious, does Fenix, because Fenix was mentioning in SRL chat that they want to take risks because the movement difference between Fenix and Ponk is obvious, right? So Fenix needs to do things that are going to directly affect at least their ability to stay in it. So I think, honestly, Fenix could elect to skip waterway, and it might be a decision that they might elect to take. And it will save them, quite a bit of time. It takes to get down here, do the spark, and then go through the water. Could match this up a little bit. We'll kind of see what they elect to do here, though. So many missiles and power bombs. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm talking about, Poplars. I think it would be a very good skip for Fenix. Because of the, you need gravity to check this. Oh, it looks like they're going to check it, though. So really the only thing that could really be useful down here would be, of course, Varia, maybe Ice Beam, really any of those items. But it's such a long, low-value check. But I don't fault Fenix for checking it, of course, because you definitely don't want to have this in the back of your mind as you're continuing through the seed. Now, Mumu is having pretty incredible race. Needs to be careful that these spikes do 70 damage when you don't have suits. Thankfully, we have space jump. But Mumu is doing an incredible job right now. Just really outmaneuvering the rest of these runners. Ponk, meanwhile, is heading down. Excuse me, Ddraig is heading down. Ponk is heading up. So this is kind of the divergence that I was curious about. Let's see if Mumu elects to go down or up here. And Mumu's gonna go down. Okay, so this is great. I love when runners same decision because it's gonna make for a really good race, and especially between Ddraig and Mumu in a match 3. By the way, this is a match 3. Ponk and Fenix are in their match 2. This is gonna be really nice moving forward. Oh, is Ddraig skipping Spazer? Am I seeing this correctly? Or wait. No, excuse me. Mumu checked X-ray. Ddraig skipped X-ray. So that's what happened there. Okay. I was a little confused for a second. So Mumu, so Ddraig definitely checked Spazer, but skipped X-ray. So that put, now Ddraig has a little bit of a lead. So this is pretty exciting here. Ddraig electing to skip the X-ray location because just a missile pack at... Does Mumu forget he has space jump? Okay. Looks like Fenix is also heading up. So this is kind of cool. We have our top 2 runners going up and our bottom 2 runners going down. It's almost fate. It's almost fated. Top going top, bottom going bottom. And it's also cool that they're both their individual matchups. So we're going to see some really good races on both sides here. Fenix doing a pretty good job sticking with Ponk. And Mumu and Ddraig also doing a really good job. They're going to be moving down here into Kraid. Oh my gosh. Gravity suits at the moat. That's pretty significant. So now we'll see kind of what Wreck Ship has to offer, but Varia is also chilling up here. Rip anyone who went down. There's a super pack. Gonna check the left side missile location here for Ponk. Meanwhile, yeah, Ddraig just finds a super. And we'll be heading out to check the E-Tank location. Phoenix, meanwhile, still doing these red tower checks. Ponk going to be the first into Fantoon. Mumu heading out, going to be speedily making their way towards Ddraig here. We'll see what we get here at the... just a missile pack. It'd be kind of cool if we split checks. If our 2 runners down below find Varia and our 2 runners up above just find that gravity suit, could be interesting because people are going to have to flip-flop. Although in Ponk's case, Ponk does not have the E-Tanks for such a play, but Ponk, as I mentioned before, has done Suitless Lower Norfair many times in last year's tournament. So it's not something that Ponk is afraid of doing. So we'll kind of see how that transpires if Ponk can... Oh! Phoenix! Phoenix, where are you going? Interesting. Are they going to... Are they going to check Criteria power bombs, maybe? Do a quick refill and check Criteria power bombs? Could be a possibility. And very nice Fantoon by Ponk. You know, this actually could be pretty significant. Let's say Phoenix finds Varia. They are now in a very good position to skip a lot in wreck ship that Ponk may or may not also be clearing out. You know, if I was in Punk's case, I would probably just kill Fantoon and leave and then go into Meridia. But we'll see what Ponk does. You know, there's definitely either decision you make is fine. You could elect to clear out a little bit of wreck ship. You could elect to skip out. Just personal preference. I didn't quite see what was at that location though. Was it a missile pack? Ooh, grapple beam. In both of my races yesterday, I won both of them because my opponent cleared wreck ship when I had skipped it, and it just so happened that it worked out both times. That's not saying it will always work out, but it's something I am always willing to do. Just throwing that out there if anyone wants to race. You know how to beat me. If something's at the top of wreck ship, I'm done. All right, Phoenix gonna be making their way into wreck ship. Looks like Ddraig and Mumu are also gonna be heading up here. No one has checked Bubble Mountain missiles, no. But that could be an interesting check because that is in logic for Varia, so. We're gonna have all 4 runners making their way to wreck ship here. So all 4 runners are gonna have gravity suit. And now it's up to us to decide. Chat, where do you think Varia's suit is going to be? Note that we do have grapple beam, speed booster. If we find ice beam, it could be potentially at climb supers. That's a spot that really likes to hold the Varia suit. Could also be at, you know, really anywhere in Meridia. Could be at Shack Tool. We have, actually, you know what? I would be making a I would beeline it right now to Shack Tool because we have grapple beam, we have space jump, and we have gravity. Right there is, and this is kind of what another seed that I played yesterday against Amadeus. When I found grapple, gravity, and space, I beelined it for Shack Tool. Boom, Varia was right there. So all of that, we need to keep that in consideration as well, that we do have Shack Tool in logic, which could be pretty incredible. So we'll see if any of our runners elect to do that. And Phoenix has just maybe 1 or 2 more rounds, depending on their Doppler here, left on Fantoon. Ddraig's making their way into wreck ship, and this is a super close race between Mumu and Ddraig here. Mumu? Mumu, are you okay? Everything's gonna be okay, buddy. There you go. What is happening? Oh, look at this sink. This is so cool. Oh my gosh. What's up, Fate? Restrimmer. All right. Phoenix down. Done with Fantoon there. Gonna be heading up. Also, big shout outs to Ghost Wizard. There's not a lot going on, but it's so hard to pay attention to 4 matches at once, especially on the tracking side. So big shout outs to Ghost for tracking the left side, or excuse me, the last match and this match. Big props. And also thanks to you guys for being here. Speedrunners Arena watching this awesome race here. Looks like we got bowling for Ponk. Ponk actually electing to go the full wreck ship distance here. Phoenix could elect to skip. After checking these 2 locations here, it could be very intriguing. Like real talk, this could be intriguing because that grapple beam find right there would immediately push me to Shack Tool. So I'm really interested to see if Ponk finds Varia here at bowling or if Phoenix skips wreck ship and they tie up. This is the kind of plays I live for. Yeah, we're gonna find out if this is a seed I auto lose. If Varia is sitting here, I 100% will lose this match. E-Tank, so far so good. All right, Phoenix checking the wreck ship E-Tank. Fun fact, in my last match where I was going to clear wreck ship, I actually died from a guillotine from the platform, and that kind of made me angry, so I skipped the rest of wreck ship, which actually ended up helping me. But we have a simultaneous Fantoon fight here for Mumu and Ddraig, and we get a gravity check. It's an E-Tank! Okay, Phoenix, do the right thing. Skip it, boy. Let's see it. I want to see it. Would that not be awesome? I really hope Phoenix elects to skip the rest of wreck ship. Jay is saved. That's right. Now here's the thing, though. If Varia truly is at Shack Tool, I'm gonna pop off. I hope you guys know that. Let's go, Phoenix baby, skipping wreck ship, my dude. Go, let's go. I'm hyped. Phoenix making the correct choice here, skipping wreck ship, and is now going to put themselves in a really nice position here. This is a significant amount of time being saved, and Phoenix has already checked criteria power bombs. Phoenix is going to be able to go right down. Phoenix actually right now is somewhat in a lead, just slightly though. That plasma beam could make things different, but it's a race now. I'm really excited because Phoenix made a gamble here that not a lot of runners are comfortable with. I've done it enough to where I'm comfortable with it, but not a lot of runners are comfortable with making such a play. But Phoenix is going to be greatly rewarded for this. Going to be running into Varia, hopefully somewhere in Meridia. Ooh, Ponk is going to check climb supers here. This is really interesting. If okay, real talk, if Ponk finds Varia here, which was my other suggestion, Varia could be here. If Ponk finds Varia here, it's GG. If Ponk doesn't find Varia here, ah! I can't believe it. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Phoenix made such a god play, and then Ponk had to go and be Ponk. Ooh. Dang. I literally fell out of my chair with that one. Dang, well, that's surely, there's no way, unless Ponk takes a death or something, there's just no way Phoenix can come back from this. Phoenix is going to go into Meridia, probably full clear it. Ponk, meanwhile, is just going to torch right through the seed. Ddraig, meanwhile, is heading up, going to be clearing wreck ship. Did Mumu skip? Hold on a second. I've just been focusing on Ponk and Phoenix at the top, but I want to say Mumu also skipped wreck ship here. It makes the most sense because they were tied. So, oh man, this is not good for Ddraig either. Now, here's the thing though. If Mumu elects to sorry. My follow notifications are on and it was really loud. And someone followed me and it scared the crap out of me. I'm sorry. Anyways, if Mumu elects to go right into Meridia, depends on if they go left. If they go left, GG Mumu. If they go right, Ddraig has an opportunity here to at least check left. But it all depends on which direction Mumu goes. He's saving. He's going left. Holy moly. The double play by Ponk and Mumu. Amazing. Going left. That. Oh, he is going down. He's going to find Various Suit as well. And if Ddraig elects to go straight to Meridia, this is going to be very tough for Ddraig to come back from as well. Dang. Okay, Mumu gonna be heading into climb supers here. All right, Ddraig. Ooh, Ddraig is going left. Ddraig is going left. That's a good start. Could potentially be going for, of course, the criteria power bombs. Oh? Okay. He's like, wait a minute. I was like, are you just gonna yeet right by that? Wait, what is happening? Ddraig. Okay, Ddraig is also going left. That tells me Ddraig's also going to get the various suits. So this is a race, ladies and gentlemen. This is an absolute race. Holy moly. Okay. Wow. Okay, so Phoenix, unfortunately, gonna be a long while before they find that various suit. But here's the difference between Ddraig and Mumu. It's that top of wreck ship clear. Keep that in mind. Mumu skipped wreck ship and Ddraig skipped, or rather checked top of wreck ship. And you only need, I think really you could get there with one E-tank if you do some wall. Oh no. Oh no! Ddraig! No! Did he at least see the item? Oh, this is not good. Check it, Ddraig. Oh no. Oh no. Ponk, meanwhile, making their way through worser in the game. Phoenix is going to be heading through the high jump location here. Ddraig is definitely really upset right now, and I don't blame. I'm checking, I'm keeping an eye on the SRL chat here. I haven't seen a forfeit yet, but thankfully, Ddraig does have the power bombs to get out. Mumu, meanwhile, is going to be heading directly to Lower Norfair as well. Phoenix is going to have to, you know, from this point, the correct choice for Phoenix is to go into Meridia in the context of Phoenix's knowledge. I guess the question is, and I guess I'm seeing from chat, Ddraig doesn't even know what's there, right? Is it safe to say that he didn't actually get high enough to see it? I think that's the case. Yeah, Ddraig has got to be just really upset right now, you know, not getting the spark up and making a check such as this, and if it's nothing, it's definitely something that could make someone, you know, pretty upset. Ponk's gonna be moving into Ridley here. No forfeits as of yet. I love you too, comment. My kitty just jumped up on top of me. All right, Mumu actually gonna check the the crumble shaft here. Finds a super pack, probably gonna lead them down through, the speedway here. Ddraig's still, contemplating, you know, you can see it in Samus's arm shakes. Samus is just standing there. Her arms are just kind of pumping up and down a little bit. Breathe. Yeah, as expected, Phoenix is going to be making those plays into Meridia. Man, this could be a full... we could potentially see an 100% full clear of Meridia before Phoenix even elects to go back for climb supers there. And that's a good point, Poplars. You think Ddraig's mad now? Just wait till he finds out what's there. Man, that would that would make me feel so bad knowing that I was right there, almost getting Various suit, and then health had to be health. All right, Ponk probably gonna head to Kraid and then take out Dragon. Yeah. So Ddraig, I'm pretty 100% sure that Ddraig is. Is there an alarm sound? Oh, of course. Here, I'll switch feeds here. Let's see. I think Mumu's is good. Testing. Mumu's is really quiet. One moment. Hello. Can you hear Mumu's okay? We might use Phoenix. I know Ponk's isn't okay. Let's try use Phoenix's. Oh, Mumu's was fine? Okay, good. I just want to make sure you guys are getting a good experience here. All right, so Ponk gonna be heading out of Lower Norfair here. Ddraig, I haven't seen a forfeit, but again, you know, at least from what I could probably guess, Ddraig is taken a step away from the computer and is just kind of gathering themselves before they return. Oh, and also what I was going to say is Ddraig can certainly return. He has enough ammo to kill the dudes, but he also has screw attack, so he can just run and jump through. So it's not a matter of he thinks he's stuck. It's just a matter of he's just really upset that what has happened has happened. It's unfortunate, but yeah. And this is kind of also what I was expecting. Phoenix is making that full Dragon push here, and nothing wrong with that. There really isn't nothing wrong with that. Just Ponk, Ddraig, and Moo made really good choices to check that climb super location. Now, you see, kind of what I was saying before they made those choices is that it is just an ice beam away from being on logic. The logic for climb supers states ice beam, speed booster for the bottom, enough E-tanks for the shine spark, and then for the top, you need various suit or space jump or grapple or various suit and 2 E-tanks. So that, knowing that we have all of that, of course, we did find speed at Wavegate, but knowing we have all of that puts the likelihood that a suit is going to be at the climb super location. And so it was a really good logic play to make there. And we've already checked Billy Mays. We did a full clear. We found lots of power bombs in the beginning, and there was nothing there. So Wave is, yeah, probably Wave will be found in, at this point, somewhere pre-Dragon, because of course speed is required to get through Botswoon. So I'm assuming maybe somewhere in the pits. Could potentially also be at Shack Tool, because we've had Shack Tool access for a reasonable amount of time. Moo meanwhile taking on Ridley, Phoenix taking on Dragon. Checking the SRL channel, still nothing. Of course, I'm not going to say anything in the channel. I'm not going to is everything okay? Because we definitely don't want that to affect any of the runners, really, of course. But Moo going to be funneling some missiles in here. It's the supers do double damage on Ridley, and 3 missiles equal 1 super in any other case, so we have to compensate an additional 3 missiles. Maybe Ddraig is just waiting for Moo DD to forfeit, and then he'll continue. No, but it's a tough way. It's a tough way to go out. But thankfully, this is a double elimination tournament. Both brackets will be best of 3, so Ddraig still has an opportunity to win this whole thing. With this being said, if all goes well right now, Ddraig will be moving down to, let's see, to face Real Pyro. And then Real Pyro versus, ultimately, most likely, Ddraig will go on to face the one and only Poplars, who has joined us in chat today. So go look forward to that, Poplars. And for those of you who are just joining us, Ddraig attempted to spark up the climb supers to check this item, which we know is various suit, but unfortunately they didn't have enough health and they were blocked. And they haven't even checked the item. So if we think they're mad now, they still have quite the emotional rupture to come, knowing that Varia was here all along. So and meanwhile, Phoenix electing to skip wreck ship, which was an amazing play, because Ponk had cleared wreck ship and Phoenix had actually taken the lead, and then elects to go all the way into Meridia, which was a good play. Ponk chose to make a really good logical check, knowing all of the different items we had, and checked climb supers, which ultimately was the Varia suit, throwing Ponk way into the lead. It's just how the SMRAT cookie crumbles. So a lot has happened. I don't remember who I don't know who my next up. Are you guys talking about the cat tournament? I'm not sure who my next opponent will be. I got paired up with Mr. J Giggles from the beginning. That was pretty cool. I really like it's kind of a goal of mine to face everyone in the Supermetric community at least once. So if I can have an opportunity to face really anyone, I'll take it. Yeah, the multi-cat tournament is really hype. I'm looking forward to it as it continues onward. Now, Phoenix making those checks into the sand pits. This is just so unfortunate because Phoenix, you know, it's kind of interesting because, you know, in my situation, now I mentioned that the climb super check was a good check, but I honestly can't tell you if I would have done it. And that's the problem. So I would have been feeling real good skipping wreck ship, right? I would have had no problem with that. But the more I check in Meridia without the Varia find, I'm going to be feeling less and less and less confident. And then I would probably go back to wreck ship, which was ultimately what Phoenix might do to find Varia suit before they check climb supers. And so that's really unfortunate. But this is it. Ponk is going to be heading into Torian. Yeah, exactly, Poplars. That's exactly what I would do. I would skip wreck ship and head directly to Shack Tool in this case because of the space jump, because of the grapple beam, and because of the gravity, which is why I ultimately would skip climb supers in this case. But I would know it would be a good check otherwise because of the items that we have. But I would want to save the most time and go right to Shack Tool, which is what we did yesterday when we found that grapple beam. We were like, heck yeah, we're going to Shack Tool, and boom, it was, wow, wave beam. The logic in this one, boy, that's pretty crazy. So now you needed to get all of those to get to Shack Tool. Shack Tool then give you logical access to Speed Booster at Wave Gate. We still need Ice Beam, of course, to get our logical access to Varia. So we're still not even in logic. We still need to find Ice Beam, but overall, you are required 100% to go to Shack Tool in the seed. So that is pretty wild, what this one required. Last year, for the Super Metroid Randomizer Accessible Tournament 1 in last April, we did a weekly challenge where I would post a seed that everyone had a week to run, and you had to do it blind, and you had to do it 100% within logic, meaning you could not do any sequence breaking, you couldn't do mock balling, you couldn't do anything that was not required. You had to do it 100% vanilla, and it was kind of cool. We had leaderboards and whatnot, and it was actually pretty interesting to see how runners reacted to some of the seeds I posted. It was just it was really hard to stay in logic, but it was just so much fun, especially when you get seeds like this where it requires you to go like up to wreck ship, or rather to basement to get space jump, to wreck ship to get gravity, and then to right side supers to get grapple beam, and then all the way down to Shack Tool to get wave, and then all the way back to Pink Brinstar to get speed, and then we don't even know where ice is yet. So that would be pretty wild. I think it's pretty safe to say that Ddraig is probably gonna forfeit this one. They have not moved in the last 15 or so minutes. Might just be waiting to see what Mumu ultimately decides to do, which is pretty understandable given the circumstances. But Ponk is in Torian here, already moving into the Mother Brain. I think it would be cool to have maybe like a small exhibition match that people can sign up for. I think it would just be really hard to police an entire tournament. But even a one-day only tournament, heck yeah, that'd be dope. But it would be fairly difficult to judge, not really to judge, but to police staying 100% in logic. But I think a one-day tournament or even pretty cool. Phoenix is going to continue on. Ddraig still chilling here. I think probably an exhibition match might be the best way to do it. We used to do, like I mentioned last year, we used to do weekly seeds where you were required to stay within logic. It was fun. Moo. Yeah, I'd totally do it, hands down. I find logic and staying within logic so incredibly fun. People send these seeds all the time from past races on SRA. They're like, you have to play this seed, but 100% in logic, and I'll do that because I find it so pleasing to play seeds completely within logic. And I pride knowing the logic, and I do challenge a lot of other people to play seeds within logic because it really helps you be better at SMRAT. And Ponk going to be moving into Mother Brain 2. Meanwhile, taking out Ddraig. If all things go well here, we're going to see Ponk take this series, and they're going to head on to round 3. With that being said, round 3, Ponk's going to be waiting for the winner of, if all things go well here, Moo is going to be facing Zeb316, and the winner of the Zeb316 Moo race will be facing Ponk in round 3. So that's going to be a pretty exciting match. Potentially, we could see a Zeb-Ponk match, which is definitely a gift to this world. And meanwhile, just below that one, we have Sloters versus Benergetic, and myself versus Megu on Tuesday. Asger versus Iris is also round 2. Bagel Thief versus Swap Space, so a battle of the Brits. That one's going to be pretty fun. Toasty has moved on to round 3. We'll face the winner between Cheese Reaver and Junie June. So this rat bracket, no matter how you look at it, it's stacked. So it's going to be pretty exciting. And oh my gosh, okay, Ponk. Wow, okay, so Ponk was at 3 hit points. That's pretty wild. Poplars, you are facing either Real Pyro or Ddraig. That was a very tight race there. Also, you guys can also look at this bracket there to stay up to date. Yeah, you might want to look. I'm not sure. I unfortunately, it's so funny. I like literally hype everyone up to make predictions because I think predictions are awesome, and I didn't even make one. I completely forgot. I was telling everyone, make your predictions. We're gonna close the prediction timetable, you know, in this amount of time. I didn't even make one myself, so I haven't actually looked into that. So Ponk gonna be heading into Mother Brain 3. Phoenix is still now. Here is where Phoenix is thinking one of two things. Ouch. Various suits and wreck ship. Or ouch. Various suits that climb supers. Either way, it still hurts a lot. And Moo is gonna be heading into Torian. And Ddraig still hasn't forfeited, but will most likely do so once Moo.Duns here in the next 10-15 minutes. And there it is. And this is probably going to be close to the same time that Ponk got in the previous match. And this will be the final match of the night. And we actually will not have a match until Tuesday for now. So no matches tomorrow. I think this might be the first day we've had no matches scheduled. I'm sure that will change. But just looking forward, on Tuesday, we have the Redemption Round 1, Match 1 between Tui and Fusion Warrior. We also have Round 2, Match 1 and 2 for both Cheese Reaver, Junie June, myself, and Megu. So that's going to be a 4-way at 4 o'clock, starting at 4 o'clock. So that's going to be a significantly difficult match right there. You got the 11th place, I believe, or no, Cheese was tied for 13th. Junie June also was much better now than they were last year, but it's going to be quite the match there as well. All right, Ponk heading through the parlor here. Meanwhile, Phoenix is going to be finding their Varia suit here very shortly. And now Ddraig has officially forfeited from the race. I'm assuming they were waiting for that very first finish, which actually, no, to be fair, Ddraig forfeited before Ponk finished. So that is official forfeit for Ddraig, and with an official SRL time of 54 minutes and 3 seconds. Ponk has finished in first place, taking the series in a 2-0 sweep. Congratulations, Ponk. Going to be moving on to round 3 to face the winner of, if Mumu comes out on top on this one, the winner between Mumu and Zeb. I'm going to ask Ponk if they want to come in for an interview. All right, Ponk has decided to come in for an interview, so we're going to give them a little chat. And we are joined by our series winner, Ponk. Congratulations. How are you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing great. Thanks for asking how you're doing.
Great. Those were some pretty exciting matches. We were really excited for this last one here. You elected to go up and clear wreck ship, and Phoenix was actually doing a pretty good job staying close to you, but Phoenix actually skipped the rest of wreck ship and took the lead. But then when you elected to go check climb supers and found Varia, that swung it right back into your direction. So it was pretty exciting up to that point. What were your thoughts on checking the climb super location?
Well, I was going pretty elaborate on that. Like, by the point we found Gravity Suit, the game was so wide open. Like, Varia could have been anywhere, everything in wreck ship, the remaining criteria spots, obviously the North locations, like anything left in Brinstar, all of Meridia. And from there on, it was more of a thinking of, okay, how can I get as many items as quickly as possible while also making progress? And I ultimately decided to just do the item pickups as effectively as possible without really looking for boss progression. So that was kind of my decision making in not skipping the rest of wreck ship, which I also considered, and then doing the criteria stuff first.
Right. Cool. Thank you for that insight. And so what happened to Ddraig is, funnily enough, is, you know, all three of you, Ponk, Phoenix, Mumu, and Ddraig, or rather Ponk, yeah, all four of you were really close. Mumu and yourself and Ddraig all checked climb supers. Phoenix, however, making that play into Meridia, full cleared Meridia, which was a good play. You know, like you mentioned, Varia really could have been anywhere. So Phoenix could have ran into it, and it could have been a really good race. But what happened to Ddraig is, as he attempted to Shine Spark up to the climb super item, he didn't have enough health. He didn't make it all the way.
Oh no. Did he check it?
In fact, he didn't check it either.
Oh no.
Yeah, but the thing is he kind of just sat there down at the bottom of the shaft for about 20-30 minutes and didn't move. So at that point, and I felt bad because like he was really upset, of course, for not getting the full spark, but he didn't even know, and I'm not sure if he even knows now that Varia suit was there, and so he's gonna probably be even more mad knowing that Varia suit was right there, and he just barely had enough health to not. Oh,
That's
and also, yes,
unfortunate.
thank you for reminding me, Pop Lars. He also took a death in the early moments. He was gonna do meme route, and he got guillotined by one of the side hoppers. So just overall, it was a very unfortunate time for Ddraig as he was moving through this race.
Yeah, second seed was pretty rough on energy. I was not 100% relaxed at Mother Brain, but it was alright. It's alright.
Yeah, that 3 health though. What was going through your mind? The chat was going crazy about that one.
What was going through my mind was I really need to calm down and just play like this was low percent, and I did that and succeeded, thankfully. I was kind of debating, contemplating choices of skipping E-Tanks earlier, but ultimately it worked out the way it worked out.
Yeah, great. So your collection rate was 35%, pretty good.
Almost the same as the last seed with 36%. Like to have it in the 30s, working out pretty well for me.
Moo meanwhile is fighting Mother Brain as well. So, Ponk, you will face the winner between Mumu D. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Mumu just died.
Oh.
Okay, it looked like he saved just before Mother Brain. Whew. Dang, that could have been so much worse. Okay, so if all goes well, you should be facing the winner between Mumu Didi and Z. So what are your thoughts on that potential matchup?
You know, just gonna go into it without any expectations, really. Just gonna play and try to have fun. But that's kind of how I'm tackling this entire tournament, really. It's just going in without expectations, playing as well as I can. Was actually very surprised by how well I played today. Without trying to compliment myself too much, I've been on a little bit of a break with this game, and considering I only de-rusted with like 2 randos yesterday night, I think my movement has been pretty good for what it can be with my skill set, so I'm pretty happy with that.
Nice. Yeah, you were looking pretty good. I noticed you were picking up a couple more powerbomb packs in the beginning.
Oh god,
maybe banking on.
I gotta say, 50% of those were on accident. I did not intend to pick up 35 powerbomb packs, 35 powerbombs. That was not my intention. I wanted to stop at 20, but kept piling up and running into me.
Yeah, there were like a significant amount of power bombs in both of these seeds, really, which is kind of incredible. But you know, last year you did complete a few seeds, Suitless Lower Norfair, so you know, I was thinking that maybe you were
right. Yeah, that was actually something with the wrecked ship routing as well. So my idea was kind of that I would just full clear wrecked ship, and then if that turned out to be nothing, like just doing the really necessary stuff in Meridia without like checking stuff like the outside sand pits or like Shack Tool, and then actually just going for a Suit the Still Warfare if Varia isn't like super obviously on the way, which thankfully it was for me, but that would have actually been an option for me.
Okay. Yeah, cool. That's a fair play. Oof. Ooh, oh my gosh. Okay, so Mumu had some iframes there. Thankfully wasn't able to get hit by that catch up there. He got hit by the French fry first. All right, so Mumu is done with Mother Brain. Gonna be moving into Mother Brain 3. Meanwhile, Phoenix gonna be heading into Ridley here. But yeah, I just want to say, Ponk, thank you so much for returning. It's awesome. You're the defending grand champion. If I remember correctly, this was last year was your very first tournament win. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Awesome. So, you know, just as you say, you just want to, you know, take it as it comes, have some fun, and probably, you know, just continue doing what you do best. So, congratulations on the win.
Thank you. Thank you.
And you'll probably have your opponent definitely within the next 2 weeks, because we do
Alright.
have a pretty strict 2-week schedule. I think it's going to start for 2 weeks after this next round. It was 3 weeks for this round because of the different breaks that were happening, but cool. Awesome. So Ddraig won't be coming in for an interview. Ponk, we did yours. You have anything else you want to add?
Nope, just thanks for commentating.
Awesome. Cool. Well, don't forget to follow Ponk. You can find their channel there. Thank you, Fate. I was just about ready to do that. Perfect. There's a second one down. That's Ponktus, Ponktus. Give them a follow. And also, of course, the other runners here as they finish up. Phoenix going to be making their way to Torian, and Mumu is going to be making it through the escape here in just a moment. Okay. Thanks for joining us, Ponk, and have a great day. No, I think they already left. Well, that was Ponk, so GG to Ponk. And we're gonna finish this out here for Phoenix. Some definitely good matches here, and I just want to thank you guys for being some good sports, being very supportive of everyone. It's really important that we are supportive and show some positivity to everyone, so thank you guys for that. Ponk will be moving on to round 3. Ddraig will be moving down to the redemption bracket in the rat bracket. We'll be facing Real Pyro, and Real Pyro will be facing Ddraig to go on to potentially face Poplars. So pretty strong rat bracket, even in the redemption bracket side as well. But okay. Phoenix making their way out of the escape, and Mumu in escape. So, gonna see if Mumu elects to save the animals again. I'm assuming they will. Making their way up the climb here. Good question. Stratlog would definitely be the person to ask for that, and we do get us animal saving from Mumu here. Mumu going to do their traditional blue suit entrance here. If Mumu misses the ship in time. Oh, nicely done. GG, and with an official SRL time, 1 hour, 7 minutes, and 8 seconds, Mumu has officially defeated Ddraig and will be moving on in this tournament. Congratulations, Mumu. finishing in second place overall in between the four racers. Phoenix, meanwhile, is saving at the ship, going to be heading down. GG to our runners. Really nice showing by Mumu there. Let's see if Mumu wants to do an interview. And they do. Very nice. All right. And we are joined by Mumu, the winner of the series between Mumu Didi and Ddraig in this match 4, technically, but match 3. Good job. GG. How you doing?
Thanks. Doing great. I'm really happy with how I played tonight. Oh well, yeah, tonight for me.
Right. Good. Um, so it was kind of an interesting thing that happened with Ddraig. You noticed he did forfeit. Um, so you guys were very, 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 very close. In fact, all 4 of the racers were really just a few screens apart from each other. Ponk ultimately took a bigger lead when he entered Rex ship. Phoenix entered Rex ship. Ponk then went to clear all of Rex ship. Phoenix skipped all of Rex ship, taking the lead, but then went right into Meridia, whereas Ponk checked climb supers. Ddraig and yourself also went to check climb supers, and all 3 of you ultimately would have found Varia. However, Ddraig, upon shine sparking to the top, did not have enough health and didn't make it all the way up. So Ddraig was unable to get the Varia suit, and in fact, it was at that moment he forfeited. I realized I missed a message saying that he was forfeiting. He was going to come back to actually do the forfeiting, but he did forfeit. And so it's unknown that he even knows that Varia is at that location, which is unfortunate because that might even make him more mad. Um, but
Mm.
but overall, you had the lead for the race for most of the seeds. So even though Ddraig did forfeit, you still had a slight lead. So good job there. And you're going to be
Mm.
going on to face Zeb. What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's going to be a rough match. I don't think I can win except if I do really crazy gambles. This is going to be interesting. But yeah,
Yeah, Zeb
that's
is Zeb is a really good runner, both mechanically and just understanding, different tricks and logic and whatnot. So definitely a formidable foe.
yeah, I need to work on the logic a little bit because most of my checks where I was not thinking about the logic at all. So for some of them, yes, but like mostly I was like, yeah, just normal randomizer. But yeah, that's sad for the Ddraig.
Yeah, it is for sure. But yeah, but good job. Also taking second place overall. Ponk had a really good race. Just really stellar movement overall. Because it's Ponk. But Ponk's going to be moving on to round 3. And Ponk will actually face the winner between you and Zeb. How do you feel about that?
Oh, this bracket is going to be rough.
It
If
really is.
if I just manage to beat Zeb or with some black magic, I don't know, beating Ponk will most likely be impossible for me.
That's funny. Yeah, not only do you got to get through Zeb, then you got to get through Ponk. But even after that, if you get through Ponk, you might have to get through Sloters as well. So it's quite the side of the bracket that we're on.
Yeah, I need to grab a lucky charm during this week. Yeah.
I'm sure Zeb is very excited to schedule their match with you. So you could probably, whenever you're ready, you can head on over to the scheduling channel and get that going.
Yeah.
I know Zeb was looking very much forward to it. All right. Do you have any other thoughts you would like to add before we watch Phoenix here finish out this race?
Well, thanks for commentating the race. Thanks the tracker and the restreamer. I don't know if it's you that restream or not, but yeah. Go follow the runners. Ddraig is a really good runner. That's unfortunate that he had to forfeit there. Our 4 races were really close, and that was really insane.
Definitely.
And yeah.
All right. Thank you. All right. So that was Mumu, our second place finisher overall, and our series winner against Ddraig. Mumu will be moving on to round 3 to face Zeb316. And the winner of that match will move on to round 3. Mumu is moving on to round 2 to face Zeb. And the winner of the Zeb Mumu round 2 match will go on to face Ponk in round 3. Phoenix, meanwhile, is going to be pushed down into the redemption bracket. We haven't talked about their next matchup, but they are 23, so they will be facing. I'm not sure. Oh, they will be facing the winner of Evil Sparky and 64-bit Link. So that's gonna be quite interesting as well. Very nice, very nice. And Ddraig, meanwhile, is going to be facing Real Pyro, and they're going to be fighting for the chance to face Poplars in the Redemption round 2. All right, Phoenix is going to be moving into the escape. And we're going to be wishing them a GG as they finish it out. And also, let's get a vote in chat. Who do you want us to raid? I'm looking at maybe Ajd or Tracy M. Get your votes in chat now, and we will see who we want to raid once Phoenix Down has an opportunity to interview if they'd like. Hold on a second. Sorry, my cat jumped into the washing machine and they were making noises, so definitely don't want definitely want to make sure they get out of that. All right, so Phoenix Down is heading up through the climb and is going, the parlor is going to be saving the animals potentially. Could taunt them as well. It's going to taunt them. Oh, wait, no. Gonna pull a fast one. and is actually going to save them. Very nice. Oh, sponks. I just said sponks the ceiling. A shine spark bonk. A spunk. uh, I didn't even mean it. Wait, what's going on here? Phoenix. What's Phoenix doing here? Everyone, play some tiny violin music. Press F. F's in chat. In the arms of an angel. All right, and that is an official forfeit from Phoenix. Oh, that was too good. Does Phoenix want an interview? GG to Phoenix there. I'm going to log this real quick. Already in the green room. Perfect. And we are joined by Phoenix. Welcome, GG. How are you doing today?
Hello?
Hey, welcome. How are you?
Holy cow, something happened to my headset. Hang on a sec. Okay. Can you hear me?
I can. How's it going?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Hello?
Can you guys hear me?
Hello?
Phoenix, come to the light. Hello?
I can hear you now.
You can hear me now? Can you? Oh, maybe not.
Yeah?
Oh, you can hear me? Hello? What is happening? Phoenix?
There's some kind of delay. I don't know what's going on.
Okay, I'm just gonna ask my question. Actually, I'm just gonna say what I was gonna say. Real talk. Your decision to skip wreck ship was beautiful. I was hype. Okay, you making that play to go down into Meridia was such a good play because Ponk cleared the top of wreck ship and it single-handedly put you in the lead. But Ponk making that decision to check climb supers where Varia was directly after the wreck ship swung it directly back into Punk's favor, and it just was so it was so unfortunate, but it was a good play by both of you. I mean, honestly, I really enjoyed the wreck ship skip. You know, at that point, you kind of had the full clear Meridia. You know, you could have found Varia anywhere, and so I like the play. I love the plays in the first match too. Honestly, really good plays either way. It's just so unfortunate that they didn't work out. So, what are your thoughts on that?
You know, I think that it was Grapple Beam that baited me because I was
Yep,
thinking to go to climb supers after wreck ship, but then I thought I had space and grapple, so my mind was just stuck on
Shack
Shack
Tool.
Tool.
Exactly, and that's what I was saying. Perfect.
So if it wasn't for grapple, then I definitely would have gone to climb supers.
Yep. Yep. You know, I
But
think in a lot of ways we actually have a lot of the same, mindsets when we play these seeds. Because if it was me, if I didn't find grapple there, right, I obviously I would skip, but I think I would have a higher likelihood of checking climb supers. But because I found that, or if I would have found that grapple like you did, that shack tool is now completely unlogic. You have space jump, you have gravity, you have grapple beam, and so it's just unfortunate that the various suit was where it was. But it's funny enough, all three other runners went and checked that location and found Barry. It was really close between those three. You want to know what happened to Ddraig?
yeah, I saw that was an early forfeit. Nobody had even finished yet.
Yeah, so Ddraig went to check the climb supers just moments after Mumu Didi did. They were very Ddraig unfortunately didn't have enough health and sparked up and didn't make it all the way. And he didn't even see the item. And so, in fact, he doesn't even know that he's still to this day. Maybe he knows now, but at least at that point, he didn't know it was Varia. He just kind of chilled at the bottom of the shaft and forfeited. Um, so it's really unfortunate he didn't
Yeah,
have
I
enough
went in
health.
there with low health too. I didn't know how much health it takes, so I farmed up until I had 3 tanks because I honestly
Hmm.
wasn't sure how many it takes.
Yeah, but it
Because
was
it's
good. It was
the longest room in the game.
yeah, it's quite the spark for sure. But yeah, so with that, you're gonna move down to the redemption bracket. Next opponent is going to be the winner of Evil Sparky and 64-bit Link. Thoughts on that?
I think that it will be a much closer match than this one.
Definitely, definitely.
This is the
But
kind where I was gonna try to make, out of the ordinary plays because that's the only way that I'm going to win this match. So I thought the race to Shack tool, if Fairy was there, then I would have had a chance. Same with the first one. I thought if I'm the first one that goes into Meridian and finds it in one of those checks, because once again we have grapple, so grapple
mhm,
again being the
yeah,
bait I would pick.
logically, you made really good decisions. It's just unfortunate that the other choices were the right ones.
Yeah, it's fun though. It's an honor to play a player as fast as Ponk and with
Yeah,
that reputation.
absolutely.
So
I was super
it's
hyped
fun.
when I had the opportunity to play him last year. So I know like the nervousness that goes into it with facing someone who, and not to mention that when I faced him, he wasn't, the grand champion. Now he's the grand champion, the defending grand champion. So that's just got to add even more, nerve to it. So
Yeah,
props to
that
you
first game
for,
I was super nervous. Like all of the my movement was really bad. I struggled with lots of stuff that I never struggle with, and it was just nerves. So I
yeah,
definitely
I
calmed
noticed you
down
were
and
having some
relaxed.
issues in both matches. You were having some issues with the tank or the E tank damage boost in the ceiling.
Yeah, and that's something that I haven't had any issues. Like I've gotten that first try every single time the last 50
Yeah.
SMRATs I've done. So
Mm-hmm. I
I don't
could
know. There
imagine.
was lots of little things that were just catching me up here that usually don't.
Mm-hmm. Ponk actually almost took a death in that second match. He when he went into you guys were actually super close the second match. Your movement definitely calmed down. You could definitely notice a difference between the first and the second match. But when you guys jumped into the Billy Mays, he missed the ledge and fell right down into the spikes and was at like 20 something health. So it was pretty Monka almost
So
died
did
there.
everybody make the play to go up to moat to find gravity? Because I thought that
Um
that was the less likely play there.
Ddraig, Mumu went down and Ponk and yourself went up. And then Thrag and Mumu, after killing Kraid and checking high jump, they went all the way back up the wreck ship and then ultimately found gravity as well. But finding the Varia suit when they did, or when Mumu did, changed everything.
Yeah. Anyway, I had fun. Thanks for everybody for sticking around for this long doubleheader and
For sure, for sure.
doing the restream and the comms and whoever was tracking who was Ghost Wizard.
Yeah.
Thanks for tracking.
Ghost Wizard, shout outs to them. And we're going to be sending a raid to Tracy M. So everyone prepare yourselves for that. And I was J Chalk, your commentator. Thank you so much for hanging out the last two matches. Don't forget to follow our runners, and you can check up on the bracket and the schedule here. Have a wonderful day. Thanks again, Phoenix, for joining me for interview. And here comes the raid to Tracy. And have a great day, everyone.